Welcome, readers. This is Ms. Phillips bringing you your reading workshop lesson for Wednesday, December 9th, 2020. For this lesson, you will need your pencil, your student copy of Ryan's Well, the article that we're reading today, and your reading journal. If you don't have these, go ahead and pause the lesson to collect them, then come back and press play. Now that you have the materials you need, let's go over our objectives for this lesson. I will model how good readers make inferences. We will recognize facts and clues within the text to make inferences. And you will make inferences about the text to gain a deeper understanding. We are going to read an article today titled Ryan's Well, Clean Water for Kids. This article is about wells and fresh water. Think a little bit about what you may know about fresh water and water wells. I'll give you a second to think about those things. Okay, I'm pretty sure you know a lot about our topic. Some of the information you may have thought of is pretty spot on and on target, but some of the information may not be so accurate. Let's read and learn some more together, okay? We can infer from the photographs and illustrations as well as text whenever we're reading. Let me show you how I do it using the Inferring Equation. The equation reads BK plus TC equals I. All this means is that whenever I add my background knowledge plus my text clues that I find within the passage, I can make an inference. I want you to look at some of the photographs from the article. Think back to our equation. Background knowledge plus text clues equals an inference. We need to remember that when we infer, we merge our background knowledge with clues in the text. Keeping in mind that information, let's take a look at the photograph within the article. Here's a picture of a woman with a child on her back with a yellow jug. I can infer that she must be filling her jug full of water. There's water at her feet when she bends over the jug that she appears to be filling. By the look of the people around her watching her fill the jug, it looks as if this water being available is not common. I can infer that she has an audience because this water being collected this way may be very new to them. As I look at this photograph, I'm using the Inferring Equation. I take my background knowledge and the clues from the illustration in order to make an inference. Knowing that the article is about a well is important and is good text evidence to infer. But the title of the article did not give us enough information. We can't infer if there are too few clues. Good readers always search for additional clues in the text because the more clues that we have, the better we can inference. Look at these pictures and take a moment to jot down what you can infer about these pictures and why. You can write this information within your reading journal. Okay, now that you've jotted down a few inferences that you might have, I want to model for you how I infer whenever I read. Let's start by creating an essential question that may come up in different situations again and again for our reading for today. I'm going to include the question at the top of my chart here. This is called a facts and inferences chart. Take some time now to copy this chart into your reading journal on a fresh page so that you can use it later. Okay, now that you're back and you've copied down the chart, I want to share some more with you. I will have to remember to keep my essential question in mind as I read, and you will do the same. As I think about the title, Ryan's Well, I can't help but wonder about the significance of the well and how essential water is to our daily lives. I wonder if everyone has fresh drinking water as easily as we do. All we have to do is turn on a faucet and it's there. And if not, what are some ways that we can help people get fresh drinking water? This will be my essential question. How can we help everyone to have access to fresh water? As I read the article, I keep my essential question in mind because I'm trying to infer the answer to that question. We may read to uncover facts and ideas that help us to answer this question. You have a copy of your text, and you have your own facts and inferences chart that you copied into your reading journal. Follow along as I read. I'm also going to record facts in the first column here and what they lead me to infer, the inferences, here in the second column. You're going to have a chance to watch my thinking and notice what I'm doing. Then you will be able to practice for yourselves. Ryan's well. Clean water for kids. Imagine you're hot and thirsty. You check the fridge, but there's no juice or soda. Oh well, there's always water. The magic of modern plumbing and water treatment will once again provide you with that life-giving necessity, clean water. You are among the lucky people of the world. When Ryan Hareljak was 6 years old, he was shocked to learn that millions of kids around the world aren't so lucky. In many parts of the world, women and children have to walk miles to fill buckets with water from streams and lakes. Often, this water is contaminated with diseases and dirt. Each year in Africa, hundreds of thousands of children die from diseases they get from drinking dirty water. Ryan decided he had to do something. Remember, my essential question is, how can we help everyone to have access to fresh water? Already, I need to stop, think, and react here for a second. I will jot down some facts in the facts column. They include that not everyone has access to fresh water. This is crazy to me because I thought that everyone had access to fresh water. Another fact that we found is that often water that people have access to is filled with diseases and dirt. I'm a little shocked by that. Oftentimes, where we live, there are whole systems dedicated to the cleaning and purification of water for us to consume or drink. I can infer that there are not systems or water purification systems all over the world for everyone like I thought before. Let's keep reading and see what else we find. He began to raise money to build a well for an African village. He started small, doing extra chores at home, to raise $70. Ryan met his first goal in 4 months. When he realized more money was needed, he worked harder. His next goal was $2,000. As other people heard of Ryan's work, they began to help him. This all began in January of 1998. Since then, Ryan has helped raise more than $1 million to bring clean water to over 200,000 people in 7 African countries and beyond. This money has paid for new wells to be drilled for many villages. This gives the people in the village a clean, close water supply. The wells provide clean, safe drinking water for people living in the village. The wells also provide clean water for watering vegetable gardens. Women and children no longer have to walk long distances to get water. This means that more children can go to school and get an education. A new well means a healthier, brighter future for everyone in the community. Here are some more facts that I noticed as I was reading. Often, women and children walk many miles for water. Ryan raised over $1 million to help African communities have fresh water. Ryan's efforts and ideas helped over 200,000 people have access to clean water. I can infer from these facts that even though not everyone has access to clean water, a way to help would be to raise money and awareness by donating and helping efforts to build wells in communities in need. This is how we can use inferring to draw a conclusion when the answer is not written explicitly. My question was, how can we help everyone have access to fresh water? Well, by the end of reading this article, I came to infer that a way to help would be to raise money and awareness by donating and helping efforts to build wells in communities in need. While you read, keep in mind that when you infer, you read between the lines. We can look at the pictures and use text evidence to infer. You have to think about what the writer didn't say as well as what he did. Writers leave clues to help us to infer. Then we draw conclusions by merging our background knowledge with the information in the text, just like our equation says. Okay, now you are going to have a chance to try the strategy on your own. Keep your essential question in mind whenever you read, or you can use the essential question that I provided for you. Notice the facts as you read, and then think about the clues in the text, as well as what you already know, to help you infer and answer your questions. Take some time to reread Ryan's Well. Complete your facts and inferences chart by adding facts about what you can infer. When you finish reading and filling in your chart, take a picture of it, make sure that it's clear and not blurry, and turn it into your teacher.